This is Adam Brooks and these are Wednesday morning's papers. First up, the Daily Star, and this is a corker. This went viral online. I did a video on it earlier. I can't believe how deranged and how mad some of these Labour MPs are. They're away with the fairies, completely away with the fairies. And I think this is in really bad taste. It's unnecessary in British politics. And I believe what you do in the bedroom, whether you're on your own or by yourself, should stay private. But this Labour MP doesn't. And her name, funny enough, is Samantha Niblett. They go with Squeaker of House, obviously a play on Speaker of the House. Yes, 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 Minister. MP Sam talking sex in the Commons. Now, Samantha Niblett wants to talk about masturbation in Parliament, wants to bring sex toys into Parliament. I mean, this is so needless. She wants to get people off of porn. Yeah, great. Just say that. But she says things like talking about her own masturbation, what makes her come. I mean, I think it's pretty vile. I don't want to know. She wants a summer of sex, she says. Now, these are the sort of people that we have running our country. She's a Labour MP. I think it's an embarrassment. I think it's unnecessary, distasteful, and really bringing down UK politics. Next up, the Daily Mail. We cannot defend Britain with an ever-expanding welfare bill. Not the Daily Mail's words, but those of ex-Labour Minister Starmer, tasked with writing his defence review, and who's now lost all confidence in dithering PM. That's damning. Now let's remember, when Labour last wanted to cut the benefits and welfare bill, its backbenchers threw their toys out the pram and stopped them doing it. What happened? Reeves had to put up taxes. So hard-working people are paying more tax than ever. It's like an 80-year high. And people on benefits now are getting more money. And the country has had enough of this, I've got to say. But basically, we cannot meet our defence spending while welfare is this high. And under Labour, it's getting worse and worse. I think it's now about 1.5 million people extra on universal credit since Labour took power. 8.4 million people are now on benefits on universal credit. That is not what the benefit system was designed for. It was to help those and give a leg up to the most in need in society, a temporary fix. It wasn't for this, and it certainly wasn't for foreigners to come over and be able to claim, which they can. The leftists say that they can't. There are a lot of foreigners on universal credit, trust me. And, you know, it costs us billions each year. The Sun. Who wants to be a billionaire? Lotto's 1 billion mega jackpot. £4 Powerball game for Brits. It could be few. Wow, can you imagine that? Winning £1 billion, you'd never see me again. But look, the odds on this are just sky high. Like any lottery, I do play the odd line on the lottery, but you know, I never believe I'm generally going to win. Let's see if that generates some income for a struggling lottery. The Times. Reeves dashes hopes of boost to defence funding. Again, we're not equipped for a war. We've seen over the last few weeks our navy is depleted, broken. We've embarrassed ourselves. Well, Keir Starmer has embarrassed us on the world stage. Everyone now knows we can't defend ourselves. Our navy is shot to bits. Chancellor plans rise of less than 2.5 billion a year, despite being warned Britain's safety is in peril. Of course you can't, because we're giving everyone benefits. And as I said earlier, I would never, ever deny those, the most needy in society, a leg up. Has to be temporary. We're giving people benefits for mild anxiety, ADHD. That is not what it was designed for. I've got a family member that has just started work. He's 16. He's got ADHD. He's dyslexic. He doesn't sit at home moping that he can get a job. He's out there working while he's at college as well. That is the sort of people that we want growing up in this country. Not ones that think, oh, I've got ADHD, I've got dyslexia, oh, I'm going to take benefits. My son's working. I think more should. The Mirror. Reeves fury at Trump. No exit plan and no idea. Chancellor blasts US over Iran war shambles and economic fallout. Look, the IMF have said we're going to be the worst hit in the G7. And that's because we're coming from a place of such weakness. And the last two budgets from Rachel Reeves have killed our economy. Unemployment is at near 6-year highs. That is down to Rachel Reeves' two budgets. You know, my own business, £30,000 to £40,000 extra a year I have to find for two Labour budgets. They're killing the economy. Unemployment has become too expensive to hire people. Keep putting up the minimum wage, which is great. We want people to earn more money. But small businesses like mine then have to cut back shifts or let people go. They're not helping anyone. These people are absolutely clueless. And do you know why? Because they've never run a business or worked a day in their life. Proper work. Unbelievable. The Daily Telegraph. Labour set to lose control in Wales. First major local election poll predicts devastating losses for Starmer across Britain. Good. This is the worst government of my lifetime. Labour have had to put up with these charlatans for many years. They could come third in Wales now, behind Plaid Cymru and then Reform. For me, it's a shame that Reform probably won't win Wales. They're going to give it a good shot. Plaid Cymru have got some crazy policies. They're nuts too. But Labour are in free fall. That is the Telegraph. Oh, the Axel Springer cleared to buy Telegraph in 575 million takeover. So it looks like the Telegraph is going to have new owners pretty soon. The Daily Express. Wake up PM and honour heroes hurt in line of duty. Former police officer urges the government to give injured 999 workers a medal. Look, they've put their lives on the line. I've got nothing against that at all. If people have saved lives and done their bit, I believe they should get honoured and get a medal. Yeah, let's start honouring the right people in this country and not some of the most ridiculous ones that I've seen, you know, under some gender bending speech or some nonsense, woke nonsense. Real heroes that save lives. The Guardian, lastly. Iran conflict could spark recession with Britain hit hardest in the G7. We spoke about this earlier, and the reason it's going to hit its hardest is two factors. One, we're coming from a real place of weakness. Labour have decimated this economy. I'm not letting the Tories off, but Labour over the last 2 years have turbocharged unemployment, growth and everything. But we're also one of the most reliant on foreign energy, and that is down to the Conservatives and Labour. We've got Ed Miliband that, you know, he won't allow us to drill in the North Sea. He's concreting over certain sites now, so we can't use them again. Coal mines, I believe. Look, we are reliant on the world. And at a time when oil and gas wants to be hoarded by countries, we're going to have to pay up. We're going to have to play hardball to try and get energy. And that is because our infrastructure is shot to bits. We've got no reserves. Not good. Trump says peace talks may start in 2 days, restart in 2 days. Hopefully we can get some good news. Something's happening because, look, it's 1 a.m. On Wednesday morning as I'm doing this. And the oil price has dropped to about $86, crude oil, on the futures market. That's a great sign. Something's happening. Someone's taking a bet that there's going to be a resolution here. Are we going to see a ceasefire? Look, all I want is for the people of Iran to get a democratic country back. That's not going to happen anytime soon, it looks like, because the IRGC are not defeated. We want to sort out this oil problem and hopefully the people can rise up in that country and not get slaughtered on the streets by the mad mullahs and the regime like they did before. All I want is a safe Iran with no nuclear weapons, because they hate us. That regime hates us. And look, we would be one of the first to be aimed at if they got a nuke. So I back Trump on that. That is the last of the last. This has been Adam Brooks, and I'll see you tomorrow.